Hi friends, welcome to a slightly unprepared episode of the Quirky Monday Craftcast. This is episode 143, which I have really been looking forward to because 143 is another code for I love you, and I'm so happy that you guys are in my universe. Anyway, my name is Kalisha. You can find me anywhere online as Nadira Tani. And welcome to this week's vloggy type episode. I'm taking a quick break from work. Yes, I'm taking a quick break from work, and I am going to frog half a shawl. So, I had been working on another modified Just Feel Better shawl, which is here. And the modification is, I basically did two Just Feel Better shawls and attached them down the center. So this bit here is the Just Feel Better shawl pattern, how it's normally worked. And Just Feel Better is a pattern that is written by me. It is free, available on Ravelry and my blog. All those links are in the down bar. So I made myself a blue one, and my friend Tiffany was using it one day. She was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so nice. I love it." And so of course I had to make her one. And I asked her if she wanted, and this is the same kind of yarn I used in mine, if she wanted the colors to alternate like this, or if she wanted them to match up. She said that she wanted them to match up. I completely forgot that until I bound off the last stitch, and then I thought, I did this whole thing wrong. So I'm gonna rip this half out and recrochet it, and it's fine. Just Feel Better is a very simple project, very low stakes crochet, so it's no big deal. This yarn is it Lion Brand? Lion Brand Sunset Nights. Yes, I think it's Lion Brand Sunset Nights. I can't remember the colorway, but it's the only purple one that they have in this this color family. And it blends from one color to the next in a really nice ombre. I have my little girl, my color change girl from Whitney Marie Anderson hanging out on here. Her hair turns yellow in the sunshine. So this went to the beach with me yesterday, and I crocheted on it quite a bit, and now we're gonna rip it out. So there's that. So finished object, and of course I took finished object pictures because yes, yeah, so it doesn't really make me sad, but at the same time I wanted it to be done. Her birthday is coming up at the end of this week, I think. Yeah, her birthday is Thursday. Today is Monday. I might be able to burn through redoing that shawl by her birthday. I mean, I'm not going to see her on her birthday probably, so I would probably not see her until Sabbath. So that's what we're going to do. Hi friends. It's a week later. I wanted to do a vlog style episode for you guys again this past week, but that didn't work out. So here we are. Yeah, this is gonna be one of those episodes where I don't edit like at all, because if I do not get this posted today, it ain't happening. So I rewrote my notes from the last iteration of episode 143 because I have finished things. I have updated things. So yeah. So let's start with some admin. Since today was the last day of Mental Health Awareness Month, I did go out earlier today to sprinkle my awareness ribbons around, and it was really nice. I posted about it on Instagram, and I'll put some. I'll try to put. I might put some pictures in here, just to like let any of you guys know how it went. I went by myself. So yeah, if there's pictures and videos, they'd be inserted here. So probably the coolest thing ever just happened to me. I am in downtown Winter Garden, putting out the awareness ribbons. And this guy rides by and he's like, "Hey, the knitting girl." And I was like, "Yeah." And it turns out that he was here like, I don't know, it was like 2 or 3 years ago that we came down here and we were putting these out. And we gave him one. And he said that he kept it and that it had been a blessing to him over the years. And just so to see him randomly on the street and to have him like remember me, that was awesome. So he gave me a piece of art, and yeah, so I'm super how crazy, what are the chances of that? So that made my last day of Mental Health Awareness Month. That made my month, TBH. So I've got, I think, 3 more to put out, and then we'll go on home. Maybe you saw pictures, who knows? So I always, like, I was talking to my mom, and I was telling her how over the last couple days, basically this whole weekend, I have not been feeling like up emotionally. I've had a couple tough days, and that's okay. But what I was telling my mom was that something that I've realized for me, whenever I find myself in like headed towards a downswing or kind of slipping down, whenever I purpose myself to do something with the spirit of encouraging someone else, that encouragement and that uplifting energy gets reflected back on me, and it helps me to feel better in whatever moment I'm in. So that definitely happened for me today, and I'm really glad that, I kicked myself in the butt enough to get out and hang the ribbons. Yeah, so that's definitely a bright spot of mine. Another bright spot is just how good it felt to actually do the indie spotlight. I was so nervous. If you were there, thank you so much for showing up. But I was so nervous. It was a lot. But I'm glad that I did it. I'm glad that I did something different. And it was a good experience. So I'm glad, I'm thankful to you guys for making the Quirky Monday Craftcast a thing that people know exists, so that I can actually participate in things like this. So that's really great. What else do we have in admin? Oh, that was everything. If you participated in the mental health awareness love bombs, made any ribbons, hung them up or anything, take a picture of them. Tag them. Tag me. I would love to see them. Yeah. So let's go on to finished objects. So I have 3 finished objects. Is that true? Yeah, I have 3 finished objects. One is knitting, one is general DIY, and one is a planty DIY. So first I'll show you the knitting. And it is this pair of socks. So this is a pair of socks that I designed. I decided that I wanted a pair of shorty cabled socks, and this is what your girl came up with. So this is what the pattern on the top of the sock looks like. You've got the 2-strand cables that just twist in towards the middle, and then the middle is a braid. Yeah, that's it. It has a slip stitch heel flap, and then the gusset. And yeah, they have been hanging out on these blockers since I finished them, so I have not worn them yet, and I'm happy about them. I still have a little bit of this yarn left. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It'll probably go into, like, I don't know, a mini swap or something like that. So that is my knitting finished object. Let me show you my planty finished object. Here we go. So I made this and showed it on Instagram. So if you follow me there, you've already seen it. But this is a propagation station that I put together. It is an upcycle out of a bathroom tray that I wrapped with twine, and then I have these little glass test tubes that I got from Michael's in here. And once I actually remove all the labels, wash them out and everything, I'm going to fill them all with cuttings. So right now this one has a Micans cutting. This is a philodendron Micans. And the Micans that I have has been on the struggle bus its entire life, and I'm not sure why. So I've been taking cuttings of it to try to like salvage some part of the plant lest it die. So yeah, here it is. I need to put some more water in this test tube, but I really like it. It came out really, really nice. The chain here is a hanging planter chain that I got from the Dollar Tree. So, ta-da! I really like it. And I can't wait to see it like all full of cuttings. I feel like that's going to look really, really nice. And the last finished object I have to share with you is my Dragonstaff. I don't remember if I was talking about it last episode, but I saw a video of, I think I was talking about it last episode because I remember this edit. But anyway, I saw a video of, I think it's Zoe Joy Black on Instagram spinning her Dragonstaff. And it just looked so peaceful and relaxing to me that I thought I need to learn how to do that. So I found a tutorial online by Grace Goodsirk and on how to make a PVC pipe Dragonstaff. So that's what I did, and I have been practicing, and I'm learning what's called chi rolls. There's chi rolls where you use your arms at the same time, and then there's alternating chi rolls. So I've really been practicing those, and it is a workout. So I'm going to insert a video. This is also a video from Instagram. I'm going to insert a video of me and my beginner Dragonstaffing here. So, yes, I am very proud of myself for the learning that I'm doing with the Dragonstaff. I practice it in 2 different weights. So I start out practicing with with the Dragonstaff with a metal pipe inside. I think it's an aluminum pipe that I got that fits inside of the Dragonstaff. And I've been practicing with that, you know, the heavier Dragonstaff. And then eventually my shoulders start burning. So I take the metal pipe out and then I practice it without that part. And it's a whole lot lighter. And that allows me to practice a little bit longer without, you know, my arms falling off and trading me in for a new person. So I really enjoyed that. And yeah, I've been practicing it outside at nighttime before the mosquitoes come out. So like there's a short period of time after the sun sets that it's like mosquito free land outside, and it's really nice. And then the mosquitoes come out and you're just like, okay, time's up. But those are all of my finished objects, my finished projects and things. So let's talk about works in progress. So at the very beginning of this episode, I was talking about how I had finished my Just Feel Better shawl for my friend Tiffany, and then realized that I did the colors wrong, and so I had to rip out the second half. I did that, and now I am, I think, 4 rows away from finishing it again. So here is the remake. See, I'm this close to finishing. And here's the remake. So as you can see, the colors match up across the sides of the shawl. Here's the spine. And yeah, I really like it. I think Tiffany's really gonna like it. And this is how much yarn I have left. And we are almost done with that. Depending on how I feel after I get this posted, I might continue working on this, or I might just save it for like break time tomorrow or something like that. But Just Feel Better is a pattern by me. It is a free pattern available on Ravelry and my blog. All those links are in the down bar. Did I say that earlier? I think I said that earlier. Any hoozles. Where can I put this? Okay. My other work in progress is my Flax Light sweater, and Flax Light is a pattern by Tin Can Knits. I have not worked on that thing in like almost a month. So there's that. So there's really nothing to show you. It still looks the same. I think I have maybe between 4 and 6 more inches to do on the body, and I think that includes the ribbing, and then I have to do the sleeves, and I'm going to do short sleeves. So it's pretty close to being done. Definitely once I finish the Just Feel Better shawl, I'll be able to pick up speed on the flax. Yeah. The last work in progress that I have, I feel like it shouldn't even really be considered a work in progress, because I started it and then I put it down and haven't picked it up again. But I think, honestly, I feel like once I finish the Just Feel Better shawl, it's going to allow me much more time and energy to spread to my other projects that I have and that I want to work on, just because I know that this shawl is not mine, that I need to finish it so that I can give it to the recipient. So my other project is a punch needle project, and this is I don't know if it's going to be like a wall hanging or what my plan is. Maybe it's a pillow. I don't know. But I did this crazy plant lady, and I started punching the little heart, and it looks like a little fuzzy rug. I am proud. But what I have realized in thinking about this is I don't think I'm going to put crazy up here because I don't think I'm not crazy with the plants. I'm very intentional and caring and loving with my plants and attentive. Did I say attentive? Attentive with my plants. I'm not a crazy plant lady. I'm just a plant lady. So I'm going to take off the crazy part and just have plant lady and probably do like another vine. Like this is like a doodle Monstera adansonii. So maybe I'll have like another one come here and like across this way or something like that. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But yeah, I did this little heart and I'm super proud of it. So, yeah, this is my punch needle project, and I am drawing so much inspiration and motivation from Susan of the Knit Lib podcast because she is a punch needle master right now. Like, homegirl is getting it. All the punch needle rugs, all of it, she's doing. So I just watch her and I'm like, yes, I want to do that too. And this is as far as I got. So, send motivation my way, Susan. But I think that would be cool as like a small wall hanging to like put somewhere over there with the plants or something. Maybe up here, because this shelf needs to be reorganized. So it'll get displayed somewhere. But that's everything that I have for works in progress. Let's mosey on along. Maker plans. I think last episode I mentioned wanting to make an amigurumi doll of Louise from Bob's Burgers, and I started making one, but I don't know, I got annoyed. Like, I was making her shoe and I got really annoyed and gave up. So I took her from the work in progress category and put her back in maker plans because essentially she has not even begun. But I think what I might do is originally I was trying to like reinvent the wheel basically with this doll, where I was going to try to design this whole Ami by myself. And now that I'm thinking about that, why? Because I have and have made the African American ballerina doll by Yolanda Jordan 3 times. I've made this doll 3 times. What is this glitter? Where did that even come from? Glitter. Anyway, I've made that pattern 3 times and, have enjoyed it all 3 times. No problems all 3 times. So I'm just going to use that doll as a base for my Louise. So all I'll have to do is like I'll have to make her, like, she'll have to have a little skirt, and I'll make her shoes, because I think the like ballet slippers are written into the pattern, I think. And I'll have to make her hat, her little bunny ear hat, which should be no problem. But I can do this. So I think I'm just going to use the African American ballerina doll as the base for my Louise. See, work smarter, not harder, folks. All right. I think that's everything for maker plans. So let's talk about some stash positions. I have books. I have random things. I have stationery. I have ink pens. I have planty things. I have planty stash positions. Like plenty, but you know, planty. You get it? Yeah. So let's start with the fiber books. I got these 3 books. So I got these 2 from, I think, Joann's, in hopes of finally figuring out what kind of patterns I want to do for this stinking baby blanket that my friend asked me to make for her child for Christmas. And here we are 6 months later, and do I have any blanket to show for it? None. Not nan piece of blanket. It's like every time I think that, oh, I would like it to look like this, I start making that, and then I think it's dumb, so I rip it out. So I got this one. This is a Gansey Crochet Home. And it has lots of, oh, here we go. It has lots of different texture patterns and stuff. And the blanket that that my friend showed me originally had a lot of these kind of textures and cables and things like that on it. So I figured this would be helpful in putting together that blanket idea. And then at the same time, because I don't want it all to be like that, I don't think, I got this one, Make It Tonight Easy Dishcloths, because this is kind of like just a stitch dictionary, and it shows you the stitches on a small, like, square layout, so it looks like a blanket square to me. So I saw some of those that I really liked, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. So I got those 2, and then I got this one in the mail recently from Amazon. So this is the book that I used when I was knitting my my yellow socks. What was I calling them? Sunflower socks? My sunflower socks. Because in this book it has a pattern for a hybrid heel, which is a mix of a heel flap and gusset and a short row heel, worked toe up. So I borrowed this book from the library and I really liked it. So I went on Amazon to look and see, you know, how much the book was, was there for. And I was offended by the amount that this book was on sale for on the Amazon. One moment while I pull up this here screenshot, because wait on it, right there. Foolishness. $123 for the paperback plus $3.99 shipping. $123? Where'd they do that at? Then they're like, oh, but wait, for Prime you have $49.99. But why? I don't understand. So I just figured, you know what? That's fine. I'll just keep checking it out from the library. I'm probably the only one here doing it anyway. So I checked it out from the library and I was renewing it and stuff as I was like working on my socks. And then I was talking to Lamar about it and complaining that it was on Amazon for $1 million, and I thought that was ridiculous. And he was like, well, check again. So then I checked again, and it had gone down to a reasonable price of like $15 or something like that. So I got it. And then along the same lines, I checked this other book out from the library called The Finer Edge, Crochet Trims, Motifs, and Borders. Look at this foolishness. Why? But why? Hardcover, $955.18. I'm so confused. If anybody can tell me why that's a thing, I don't understand. I don't understand. Anyway, so I'm not buying that book. They're also available on like Kindle and stuff, but I like having hard copy books. So I got Toe Up, Patterns and Worksheets to Whip Your Sock Knitting into Shape. I'm excited about that because I'm wanting to get more into my sock knitting again. So those are my fiber books that I got. And then I was in one of our little mom and pop thrift stores, and I always check their craft books because sometimes they have like vintage knitting books or vintage crochet books, and I really like those. But right next to the craft section is the gardening section, and I was able to find two vintage houseplant books. This one is Favorite Houseplants and How to Grow Them by Better Homes and Gardens. And this one is How to Grow Houseplants, a colorful guide to over 400 varieties. And they're both from the 70s. So, yeah, like we've got illustrations. We've got, I saw some good 70s fashion in here in one of these pictures. Where's that? There's some macrame in here. Nice macrame. Yes. Yes. 70s. There's that one. And then this Better Homes and Gardens one. Just, I don't even know, like the colors, even the colors feel, you know, like old school. I don't know what it is. Everything is just so warm, I guess. I guess that would be it. What are they feeding? Excuse me? What are they feeding this Venus flytrap? I don't know what they're feeding this Venus flytrap, but doesn't it look like they're like feeding it a piece of meat on a toothpick? What in the world? But yeah, so I'm really excited about these books. Each one of them they're the kind of books that give you like the name of the plant and then information about the plant, which when I get into a thing, I like to just get all the way into it, just learning all the things. I think those are all of the books that I got. Yes. Let's see. I got this to commemorate my time on the Indie Spotlight. I bought the tote bag because I'm a bag lady, and it is currently full of shorts that I thrifted because I need new shorts for the summer. So I bought that tote bag, and it's like it's a perfect size for me. Big enough for my notebooks and reading books and crochet and knit projects and all kinds of goodness. So I really like that. Let me grab a couple other things that I wanted to show you guys. Okay. So I got some happy mail from Trisha of the Best Day Ever podcast, and she also has a stationery company called the Fibertry. Fibertry. And she sent me these beautiful, like the stationery set, like a planner kit, and I just have to show it to you guys. Like, it's so pretty. So, of course, I will link the Fibertry down below. So if you see something that you like, you can snatch it up. So one thing was this little notebook, and I am a big fan of notebooks. I almost bought 2 notebooks today because I liked the cover. Do I need more notebooks? What is that? Nope. but I'm excited about them. I especially like little ones like this because I don't know, it just kind of makes me feel like I can like doodle in it or write ideas or something like that, and it's not like a huge notebook with lots of space that I have to fill. Does that make any sense? I don't know. But so there's this notebook in the kit. Then there's planner bits like for your weekly spreads and things like that. And also these stickers. I love them. And this collection is called Ethnicity. So that's really pretty. And then she has the Confident Woman. Are these all Confident Woman? Let's find out. Oh, wait. Yes, they're both Confident Woman, the Confident Woman collection, but there's 2 pages. So you have these sayings. Follow your dreams, choose to be grateful, always be humble and kind. She has fire in her soul and grace in her heart. Some women fear the fire, others simply become it. I believe in myself and my abilities. And then there's this one that says, Queens don't do drama, we do business. The best is yet to come. Do more of what makes you happy. She designed the life she loved. Be your own kind of beautiful. She believed she could, so she did. Think happy thoughts. So those are the 2 from the Confident Woman collection. And she also sent me, right, these. This one is little icons that all say knit. We have like kind of bullet dots that are leopard print. Some colorful bullet dots. Date stickers. This one is wellness words. And a couple of them say, healthy is all relative. Rest up, buttercup, laugh often, chronically grateful. There's always next week. Nope, not happening today. It's okay to not be okay. And that's just a couple of the wellness words. And then there's crafty quotes. I'd rather be crafting. Creative people are seldom neat. Crafting my stress away. Crafting and coffee. So she sent me a lot of her sticker sheets, and I really, really love them. I'm going to try my best not to do the typical Kalisha thing and just hoard them and never stick them on anything. So I'm going to do my best to actually use them, especially since they were so graciously given to me. Another thing she has they're kind of like journal cards, I think. So, believe in yourself. Dream it, believe it, achieve it. Fueled by coffee, motivated by love. Love more. And there's just like a bunch of them. Pray more. And then some like teardrop shaped, what do you call these? Paper clips. So these are really nice. And a thing that I kind of want to get back into is more paper crafting. I used to do scrapbooking a lot a few years ago, and I've just kind of fallen out of it. And I want to get back into it because I had a whole lot of fun doing that. So maybe this will help push me back over into the paper crafting world. Along the same lines of stationery, I have a new pen, and it is Grinchy Green. So this is a glitter pen by my friend Tiffany, who has the TacoBoutCraftee Etsy shop. She did a sale in her shop where it was free shipping, And so I got the Grinch pen. I'm so excited about this. So I've been writing all of my notes with this pen. And part of me wants to take it with me, like when I go work in the office, but then I immediately thought, if somebody tries to walk away with this pen, I'm flipping tables. But, you know, nobody should be close enough to me to walk away with my pen. There's that. Yes. Let's see, what else can I share with you guys? I think that's everything Stashquisitions wise. So let's talk about plant mama life and whatnot. At the first clip of this episode, I mentioned that I had gone to the beach. So one of my friends came, well, a couple of my friends came to visit last weekend, I think it was now. And we went to the beach, and it was really nice to like get out and do something, you know, normal. And especially with more of my friends being vaccinated, it just felt, you know, more comfortable and more like less stress with, you know, getting out amongst the world. So it was really cool to get to go to the beach and have fun that way. My friend Henry took a picture of me, Lamar, and my friend Davici in front of this pizza shop, and he was like, "Oh my goodness, this looks like an indie music group album." So he definitely made a CD album out of the picture, and we spent the rest of the afternoon like coming up with song titles, and our band name was High Tide because, kind of a side note but not, we didn't realize how fast the tide comes in. Like, there was this one girl at the on the beach. She was laying down, like had her headphones on and had her feet towards the water, and the wave came in and it was probably a foot away from her blanket or her towel or whatever, so nobody really thought anything about it. Wave went out. The very next wave that came in overtook her whole setup. Like, she had to jump up, pick up things, and run. It was ridiculous. We were not prepared for the tide to just be like, and I'm here. So our band name, or our group name, was High Tide. Our album was, what was it? Not Really a Big Deal or something like that. And we were just coming up with song titles and stuff. And when Henry sent the picture, or the final album cover, I was like, yo, I would listen to this band's music just based on the picture. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, so Plant Mama, I have gotten the last 2 plants on my wish list. So a couple episodes back, I was talking about how I wanted a string of turtles, and I finally, like after much searching, got this tiny little string of turtles, and it's currently living in this terrarium, but it's on its way out, I think, and I don't know how to fix that. So I was on Facebook in one of the plant groups, and someone mentioned that there were string of turtles at Whole Foods. So I was actually able to get a full-grown string of turtles from Whole Foods. And, you know, my hopes is that since it's already an established plant, like it's got blooms on it, or bloom spikes, I don't know. Since it's more of an established plant, hopefully I'll be able to keep it going. You know, other than that tiny little baby that was just, I feel like that poor little thing was just not settled right to begin with. But look at those little turtle leaves. And what I find really cool about this one, it's got like the tiny leaves, but then it also has, let me find some, like really big ones, like these, like really big ones. So I'm excited to take care of this baby. And the last plant that was on my wish list was a Cebu Blue Pothos. And I think I've wanted, I don't know, I wanted a Cebu Blue since I really first started getting into plants. So probably towards the end of last year was when I was really like, I want that plant. And I couldn't find one anywhere, and I wasn't willing to pay the Etsy, / online prices for like a cutting of this plant. So I was just like, eh. And then all these people started finding them in Walmart. And my Walmart was like, not for you, hun. And randomly, I think last Friday, I was coming home from running an errand, and I thought, let me just stop in Home Depot, see what they have. And they had just gotten a shipment, and in that shipment were 3 Cebu Blue Pothos. So I was able to get someone to cut open the shipment and take all 3 of them out so that I could look at them and decide which one I wanted. And this is my Cebu Blue. And I really like how the leaves look. They don't look like any of the pothos that I have, which I like. What I like about my collection is that pretty much all of my plants are different. And if I have duplicates, it's most likely because I have propagated a plant. But other than that, most of my plants are different. So one of the things that I'm really looking forward to do with this is making a like mixed bag of pothos. Because I think right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think I have 5 different types of pothos, and I think it would be really cool to have a mixed pot and just have them all growing, doing their own thing in that pot. I think that'd be really cool. So I will be taking some cuttings of this to get me towards that dream of my mixed pothos pot. But it feels kind of good to be able to say, okay, all of the plants that I want in my collection, I have. Like, and I have some that I just found that were kind of cool. Ones that I found that I was like, okay, I'm going to experiment with this, see if I can revive it. Just like to learn about the plants. And I really enjoy it. I love this corner. Like, this corner makes me so happy. Up here, which way is my finger going? Up here is my Monstera Adansonii that I had to chop down recently, and it's starting to sprout new growth, so that's great. This corner over here is the struggle bus. So these are all of my Tradescantia nanooks. I don't know why, but this plant is giving me such a struggle. So if you have any tips for keeping the Tradescantia nanook happy and healthy, please comment those down below, because your girl needs help. That girl right there, she need help. These girls down here, they're pretty happy. This one doesn't want to be here. She doesn't want to be here. But I'm just having such a good time with my plants, and they're just trailing and just making me feel so good inside. But pretty much everybody behind me needs a haircut. everybody. And yeah. Yeah. Oh, I put a note about this Monstera experiment. So y'all can tell me, I kind of think it's failing. So I'm not going to show you the bottom of this plant yet because it's a shame. But this, yeah, I don't think this is working because it's wrinkling up. But this leaf, this Monstera leaf, was sunburned. Like, you can see the burn here, but the node was burnt. Yeah, I don't think this is working. So look at, oh yeah, look at that node. Like, it looks like someone set it on fire. So I decided to cut it and put it in water to see if I could maybe save it. I don't think there's any saving this, especially since you can see how the leaf is starting to curl up, meaning it's not getting any water through that. Like, all this is probably dead. But the plant that this was attached to, this burn part was at the soil level. It was outside. I thought it was in the shade. It was not. It's a sad day in Kalisha land because all of the leaves were scorched at the ground level. So I ended up cutting them all off. But the majority of the nodes of this plant were either right at the surface or just under it. And since they already had leaves, they weren't sprouting new growth. So I cut off all the leaves, left the nodes, and I have it outside in a safe place now. So hopefully it will regrow with those nodes. Yeah, hopefully. But this, yeah, I don't think this is working. This looks kind of disgusting, actually. Is that a root? Is it? Oh, that might be a root. We're just going to leave it in here and see what happens. Who am I to count Mother Nature out? So yeah, that's actually one of my favorite things about cultivating houseplants and learning how to cultivate houseplants is their resilience. You know, how there's always a way for them to pull through. Like, when you think they're dead, they're like, ha ha ha. As you can see, I am not dead. Black Panther. Like, that's the energy that all these plants, like a lot of these plants, give me. I am not dead. So that's everything, friends. I'm gonna do a little bit of editing on here. And get this up so that you guys can enjoy it whenever you want. So thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for being a part of my universe. Leave a comment down below of something good that happened to you, a bright spot, something positive, something uplifting, anything like that, something that made you smile. Leave a comment down below for me. Yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for being here for the 143 episode, the I love you episode. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye, friends.